friend Dusty Rhodes used to say in the WWF, looky, looky, Miss Cookie, we made it to another week on Scorch's PFG TV. Give yourselves a nice round of applause on this side of the room. Give yourselves on this side of the room. Nice. We have a whole show to do. Let's go play the game. Shall we do it, huh? So my friends at Fat Duck Guitars, a future sponsor of Scorch's PFG TV, they make these funky guitars. And we're going to talk a lot more about them. They were kind enough to give me this one, which doubles as a stash. If I need it to double as a stash case, I can use it. So I love it. Welcome, everybody, to Scorch's PFG TV. I have two very people that are very much gluttons for punishment. Give it up for Shelby, who came back. A little bit later on, we're going to actually do a little inside thing. We're going to find out everything you always wanted to know about Shelby today. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Shelby says to me, Sibby, you'll like this. Shelby says, by the way, on the show, just so you know, I'm an open book. I'll talk about anything. I was like, bad move, Shelby. Not on my account, because Lord only knows what Sib Hashem will ask you. Give it up for Sibby.
Hi-oh!
The funny thing is, and I'm very proud, you know, it's a weird thing. We're all talking about it many times. And it's a very humbling experience. I'm going to be 30 next September. I'm 27. My grandparents used to listen to a band called Boston, and they always told me about it. And no, joking aside, you know, you're growing up in the late 70s, early 80s. Boston was like, oh my God, you know. And now Sibby and I and Sibby's family, we become close friends. And it's a very humbling thing. So Sibby, thank you for being a friend.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
To be working with the one and only PFG TV, DJ Scorch. Get it up.
It's funny because Sibby, one of the first times we met, Sibby, remember the old bad name thing where you screwed up my name? So I'm hoping, because if you find
Yes, I did.
If all of a sudden you find me calling him Bibby, it's because when you're on the radio in front of millions of people and I'm supposed to be a big star, Sibby said, hey, Torch, come on over here and let's talk for a second, you know? So I was like, oh, okay, Bibby. So
you know why I call him Torch, right?
So now, yeah, hell yeah.
He lights up my life. He gives me hope. DJ Scorch, everybody!
Too funny. Before we do anything else, because I really want to get into the Shelby segment. By the way, also on today's show, very special guest, and this is an exclusive. Okay?
Can I just say a lot of guys want to get into the Shelby segment? I want to get into this.
Like I haven't heard that before.
On ScorchesPFGTV.com, our brand new website, we are going to have a Shelby section, a Shelby segment. Yep. We're going to have candid pictures of Shelby wearing all sorts of schlumpy things.
I got rid of those.
Like, we'll have you wearing like, we're going to kill
gone.
Everybody's fantasy. We're going to have you wearing like flannel nightgowns. And, you know.
A moo-moo.
Yeah, we'll have you all dumped out, you know what I mean? So we got a lot of things going on today, so. And it's funny because my new crew, they came and we did some stuff at NASCAR. You're gonna see me I couldn't change a tire. I did a AAA tire changing thing. The guy I went against had his tire off, on, and on again before I even had my first lug nut off. So we're gonna take a little trip to NASCAR live on the show today as well. So now, let's get into it with the segment that we call Weird News, shall we? Drug smugglers apparently trying to get marijuana from Mexico into Arizona.
I like this crowd.
Where do you find these people?
That's all I need. That's the whole story. Maybe I'll just give you the punchlines. It'll be like Jeopardy. You have to tell me the weird news. Yeah, I'll just mention marijuana again just to keep getting the applause. Marijuana! As Peter Tosh said, legalize it. Don't criticize it. These are only my opinions. They don't represent Me TV, Rockingham Park, or anybody else other than all these thousands of people in the audience. And, of course, trillions of you at home. Anyway, they decided to go old school with their methods, not driving the weed over the border, nor mailing it. For this, these people decided to build a giant catapult and throw the weed across the border. How about that, huh? Oh, yeah, the National Guard contacted the Mexican authorities, who then arrested the alleged smugglers. Remember, all of our stories are alleged. And they destroyed the catapult. They may have gotten away with it if they baked the weed into little treats. You know what I mean? Because then when they threw things over the catapult, they would have been tossing their cookies.
I read that ad, and I found out that the two guys they caught there, one of them was Lancelot Guadalupe.
Yeah.
And the other guy was Sir Galahad Garcia. There's something about meat, I don't know, they just like to catapult the crap over, I don't know.
I gotta thank Jim and Anthony, our two crackpot writers, for writing our weird news today. Give it up for Jim and Anthony.
Yeah. That's kind of a drug reference right there, right? Crackpot, I mean.
Ah, very good.
I mean, not that I know anything about drugs.
Sibby, you're a little too...
No.
We got to understand
I've
something,
heard.
Sibby. Let's get this straight. You're a little too clever to be on this show, I think.
All right, good night,
Actually,
everybody.
your shirt looks like an acid trip I took once. Three Kansas City teens recently arrested after two of them robbed motorists that were stranded. And they may have gotten away with it, except they ran into a little trouble when their car got stranded itself and ran out of gas. Police arrested them after finding the people's credit cards that they robbed. Now, the third arrest came in because another kid told police he had nothing to do with this, except they paid him. These people paid me to drive their getaway car, so I did it. So this guy's in trouble, too. So there you go. Now, the karma is a bitch thing.
You know, every time I rob a store, I always make sure I have a full tank of gas, right? Come on, you're going to go to a B&E. Come on.
And Sibby.
They agree. They get the same thing.
I won't mention any names, but I know some people that you've worked with in the past, and that's the only way you get money is to rob banks, huh? And rob gas stations. Huh?
Well, you know what's funny? Because when we were doing a world tour, we would pull in, we'd play like a 20,000 arena, and I'd say to Franny, who is going to suspect us going down and breaking into that jewelry? Right? And get on our play the next morning and leave town. Thank you very much.
Sibby's a good family man. If you're watching and you're just becoming a new father, perhaps, you know what I mean? You're watching the show, you became a dad recently, take a role from Sibby. He's a good role model. And you know what, moms, you want to be a cool mom, be a mom like Shelby, you know what I mean? Do your kids, how are your kids? Your kids cool? Your kids like...
I have 400 children at home.
How many of yours are legit?
How many did I physically have myself? 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And they're all, you got one that's a musician, right? Tell us about that.
Yes, he's 16, he plays drums, he plays piano, he plays guitar. So talented.
Good for you.
So talented. He's in his beautiful misery period right now.
Yeah.
His gorgeous depression that they go through at 16, 17 years old, but yeah, good kid.
You have a girlfriend?
No, at the moment he doesn't.
Yeah, I could hook him up with somebody.
No, you won't. No, you will not.
Finally, why, you don't trust me?
Nope. Love you. Don't trust you.
It took me 12 years to find my latest girlfriend, so it ain't gonna happen probably. I can't find one for me, I ain't gonna find one for your son. Unless he pays me, in which case I'll just go, me and Sibby will go out to the corner and we'll be all good. Talk about irony, our final weird news story today. Police trying to figure out the identity of a man that was found dead in the driveway of a home that he apparently ransacked. No drug reference there, Sibby? Ransacked?
Got nothing.
Okay. Police got there to investigate. They found not only did he steal things and destroy things, but he killed the people's goldfish by pouring hot sauce, mustard, ketchup, and various other spices into the fish tank. You know what I mean? So the irony of the whole story, and this is truth, even my writers couldn't make this up. The irony of this whole thing, he stole some food and apparently he had choked to death when they found him in the driveway. And God's honest truth, what did he choke on? Pepperidge Farm goldfish. There you go. Our karma is what the end of it, you know? There you go. That's today's installment of Weird News. Coming back, we're going to have today's edition of What's Your Beef. We're going to find out everything you want to know about Shelby, and we're going to talk to Shinedown today, all right here on Scorch's PFG TV. We're coming right back. I want to thank New England Subaru for once again continuing to support Scorch's PFG TV, but I'm pretty sure I know why. Because it works, do you know what I mean? I got to tell you something. Do you realize over 90% of all Subarus sold like within the past gazillion years are still on the road today? Insurance Institute of Highway Safety, some of the top-rated vehicles you'll ever find, and there are a ton of different Subarus for you to choose from. Some with four-wheel drive. A lot of them have all-wheel drive as we head into that season, you know what I mean? So why don't you check out NewEnglandSubaru.com and you can check out some of the great vehicles and make sure you tell them that you saw it on Scorch's PFG TV. I also want to thank Chris Ridke's American Biomedical Corporation. They are a world leader in the medical laser service and education industry. Get this, they serve over 3,500, mind you, hospitals, surgery centers, and doctor's offices worldwide. And in addition to the medical facilities they support, they also provide engineering support, design services, and consulting services to some of the biggest medical laser manufacturers in the world, like Angiodynamics for one, my pals over at Cynosure for another, Diomed and SOLX. So, I mean, they are a great company that's doing amazing things for the future. American Biomedical Corporation, also supporting research projects in the field of oncology, ophthalmology, and vascular surgery. Really, check out their webpage, AmericanBiomedicalCorp.com, and see how they can help you. You know who else I want to thank for continued support once again over the years, being part of the old show and part of the new Scorch's PFG TV. It's GEC Detective Agency. Check out their webpage, GECDetectiveAgency.com. That is a site, and the thing they do background checks. You know, you're on a blind date and something's like not right. So you say, man, something's wrong with this person. You go to GECDetectiveAgency.com and they find out exactly what the hell's up with that person. 2 online background checks for the price of 1. They specialize in online background checks due to being licensed and bonded since 1994. Plus, they're the only detective agency that specializes in online dating. Not dating services. I mean, you know, they're not going to find you a date. They're going to look into a date that you have. So don't waste any more time. You can call the toll-free number 800-233-7140 or by all means, visit GECDetectiveAgency.com.
Oh, shit.
I love it. Coming up, actually next week on the show, we're actually going to be featuring music from Grassroot, which is very cool because we want everybody to understand that this is a legitimate band. They don't just play little songs in between segments of television shows. So looking forward to that. Right now, it is time for today's segment of What's Your Beef? So we're going to start on the couch with our pal Shelby. What's pissing you off this week, Shelby?
So here's something I've been going on about for a while. When I go through, say, a drive-thru, or I'm getting in some type of service, don't. And the person behind the counter, says, "Okay, sweetie, here you go, honey." Don't call me that. That's for my grandmother. My grandmother can call me those things. You are 20 with blue eyeliner. You can't call me sweetheart. You can't. I'll pull you over the counter. I can't stand that. I think it's so unprofessional. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No. You're 100% right, sweetie. Sibby, what about you? What's pissing you off today?
Honey baby cakes, you're just the sweetest, cutest ever kitty cat pie I've ever seen. All right. I've been flying since the 50s, but come on.
Me too, it seems.
You go to the airport now, you get people in flip-flops and shorts and a t-shirt. They got a bag of oranges, they got a chicken, they got a freaking two pieces of overhead, they got a luggage they don't want to check, they're trying to save. Come on, people. Can we just dress up a little more and be considerate of your neighbor? Thank you.
Yeah, this week, what pisses me off, once again, mind you, and I've got a thick skin, trust me, and Shelby's been in radio before, and being a musician, everybody pretty much on the set can relate to this. I don't drive through your Burger King drive-through. Nothing against Burger King. I'll just say any fast food drive-through, and I don't say to you guys, "Wow, you suck at what you do." So I don't care. You understand, you can call me up or you can email me and say, "I suck at what I do." But A, you try to do it and see if you can do better, and I bet you can't. And B, who's the idiot? Me that's just doing my job, or you that is actually taking time out of your busy schedule to tell me how much I suck, you know what I mean? So, frankly, I do suck, but,
I've been in radio for years. I never had that phone call.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's because I didn't have your number. Hey, we got somebody in the audience that's got a beef as well. Give it up for Shelly and whoever you got out there. Who do you got, Shelly?
All right, I am here with T-Roy. And now, where are you from?
Framingham, Massachusetts.
Framingham.
Nice. Massachusetts in the house.
I love it. All right, so what is your beef?
Well, every time you go to the grocery store and you want to buy some hot dogs and rolls, it's like you got to buy 10 packages of hot dogs and 15 packages of rolls to match it up. Because you get 10 hot dogs and 8 rolls. Why? What's up with that? What are you supposed to do with the extra hot dogs?
I don't know. That's a good question.
The ironic thing is you're actually talking about beef on What's Your Beef. That's very cute. I like that.
Very appropriate.
Wait a minute, what if he was talking about a turkey dog?
Oh, Sibby, I swear to God, man. It's going back to Bibby from here on in if you don't watch that crap.
All right, DJ Torch.
Hey, T-Roy, you feeling better out there that you got that off your chest?
Yeah, I actually do.
And he's eating a hot dog. Oh, everybody wants to see Shelly eat a hot dog?
I don't think I can. I'm a little
Dad,
too
you guys have some
hungover.
Shelly eating a hot dog music you can play? Eat a hot dog, Shelly.
I can't. I drank too much last night.
Eat a hot dog, Shelly.
Hot dog.
Yeah!
Do the hot dog.
Okay. Nice. It's good to
You
know
know
the
it,
band.
like a plump and juicy.
It's good to know the band not only can play between sets, but they know porn music and hot dog eating music. That's good. So anyhow, it's our pal Shelly and What's Your Beef. So right now, what we want to do is, and we're very thankful, when we came back as Scorch's PFG TV, one of the first things we vowed to the TV audience and the live studio audience is that we're going to give you bigger and better guests. We're going to stay and do a lot of the local bands as well. The upcoming bands are some that are very established, but we also do a lot of national acts. One of the first ones was Shinedown. They were so gracious to us, and I did some stuff with them when they first came out, and we're very thankful to have them live right now. This is Shinedown exclusively on Scorch's PFG TV. So we're live backstage at the Verizon Wireless Arena. So you got to give places their plugs when you do these things. Otherwise, they say, you can't come back anymore. And it's Barry and Zach from Shinedown. Nice to have you, man.
It's good to be here. Good to be here.
And nice to have you, man.
Thanks to be here. Good.
I love the purple shoelaces because purple's one of my favorite colors. You know, we were talking. I was talking to Jake, the guy that sets us all up, and I said, Zach's coming. The chicks love him because of the hair. You know what I mean? You find that?
Why? I don't think that's. I don't know. I think they like me less now with the short hair, actually.
Well, now they might. Yeah. I mean, I was when you walked in. I'm like, wait a second, man. The hair is gone.
The hair is gone, man. It feels a lot better, but I think less chicks like me. So I'm gonna have to reach a healthy medium somewhere in the middle, I think.
When I tried to reach a healthy medium, look what happened to me. Now, let's talk for a second. You are one of the two original members of the band. Tell us, what does that feel like? Because that's got to be like power almost.
There's a sense of pride, but you know what's cool is we're better now than we ever have been, which is nice to say after 11 years being in Shinedown and being there since the beginning. It's kind of strange to look back and go, wow, we're healthier and happier now than we've ever been, which is cool. It's really nice, and having Zach and Eric in the band has only made us stronger, and this is the best record to date because of those two, really, because of those two elements.
No doubt the health issue. Now, I heard you were talking to the Morning Buzz about a couple of things, and Brent has had some health issues in the past, but which, he's got a sore throat today, which is reason he's not here, and I'm thinking, listen to my throat, Brent. I deal with it every day, brother. You know what I mean? Suck it up, man.
I want to hear you hit those high notes.
No, my testicles haven't allowed me to hit high notes since I was like 4, but he's a lot healthier these days, and that's translating to a much better band.
Absolutely. He's completely sober, which is a blessing for all of us because he's not the fun kind of guy when he drinks or anything else. And we actually work out every day together. I would do insanity workouts or asylum workouts every single day and try to stay healthy. He's dropped since November something like 60 pounds. He's skinnier than I am now. It's really nice to see, and the band gets along better now because of it. There was a time where we just didn't want to be around the guy, and he didn't want to be around us. So now we all get along and have a great time. We enjoy playing on stage. We go out there with a totally different mental space, and it's the best Shinedown's ever been.
Now, what about you? How did it feel to come into a band that was already established, but you felt, I'm sure you felt, you know what, I can add to that?
I did. I mean, the part about playing music, the musical part was great because I wanted to play with Barry and I wanted to play in a band with Brent. The personal side of it was terrible. I came into a band that was in a complete state of disarray, and there was allegiances where this person didn't like this person, but it made it all that much sweeter. I think that now we are where we are. I think we're a happier band now because of everything we've gone through. I think we appreciate it more now than we did before. And that means a lot because 10 years in this business is damn near impossibility now. So
I was going to ask you guys about that because you recently just had your 10 years in the business, which, you've gone through your terrible 2s and your nasty 3s. And as you said, 10 years in 2012, that's just insane.
It's very rare, and you pinch yourself every morning that you still get to do this for a living, and it has only gotten better and bigger over the years, and we hope to do another 10, 20, 30 years. We look up to bands like U2 and the Rolling Stones and bands that have been here for a long time and continue to do it and put out records and play music together, and they might hate each other, but we don't want to be one of those bands. We just want to be here that long. We want to have a career. This is what we do for a living. This is what we love, and to be able to say that we've done it for 10 years almost guarantees us that we'll do it for another 10 years.
First of all, I want to thank New England Subaru for once again continuing to support Scorch's PFG TV. But I'm pretty sure I know why. Because it works, do you know what I mean? I gotta tell you something. Do you realize over 90% of all Subarus sold like within the past gazillion years are still on the road today? Insurance Institute of Highway Safety, some of the top-rated vehicles you'll ever find. And there are a ton of different Subarus for you to choose from. Some with four-wheel drive. A lot of them have all-wheel drive as we head into that season, you know what I mean? So why don't you check out NewEnglandSubaru.com and you can check out some of the great vehicles. And make sure you tell them that you saw it on Scorch's PFG TV. I also want to thank Chris Ridke's American Biomedical Corporation. They are a world leader in the medical laser service and education industry. Get this, they serve over 3,500, mind you, hospitals, surgery centers, and doctor's offices worldwide. And in addition to the medical facilities they support, they also provide engineering support, design services, and consulting services to some of the biggest medical laser manufacturers in the world, like Angiodynamics for one, my pals over at Cynosure for another, Diomed and SOLX. So, I mean, they are a great company that's doing amazing things for the future. American Biomedical Corporation, also supporting research projects in the field of oncology, ophthalmology, and vascular surgery. Really, check out their webpage, AmericanBiomedicalCorp.com, and see how they can help you. You know who else I want to thank for continued support once again over the years, being part of the old show and part of the new Scorch's PFG TV. It's GEC Detective Agency. Check out their webpage, GECDetectiveAgency.com. That is a site, and the thing they do background checks. You know, you're on a blind date and something's like not right. So you say, man, something's wrong with this person. You go to GECDetectiveAgency.com and they find out exactly what the hell's up with that person. 2 online background checks for the price of 1. They specialize in online background checks due to being licensed and bonded since 1994. Plus, they're the only detective agency that specializes in online dating. Not dating services. I mean, you know, they're not going to find you a date. They're going to look into a date that you have. So don't waste any more time. You can call the toll-free number 800-233-7140 or by all means, visit GECDetectiveAgency.com. Welcome back! Scorch's PFG TV. What another great audience. Give it up for yourselves, man. That's 2 shows in a row that we've had a sellout audience. Live at Rockingham Park in Salem, New Hampshire, where we tape Scorch's PFG TV. So, we love Rockingham Park. They have a poker room downstairs. Don't say it. I just figured I'd beat you to it. That's right. Take Shelby. Go ahead, say it. Sibby was thinking about that.
I wasn't thinking about anything like that.
Yeah, of course
I'm being
not.
very clean.
Yeah, what is up with that? You know, I'm glad you brought that up because right now we want to find out why Shelby's really being clean because we all that know her know she's a dirty girl. Right now, I want to find out everything you want to know about Shelby on Scorch's PFG TV. First of all, give it up for our pal Shelby. So tell us about Shelby. We haven't done the P song yet. We're going to get to that another time. But I ran into you, and the funniest thing was, Shelby, me being a pig that I am, Rock 101, the radio station I work for every Monday through Friday afternoon, yeah.
Scorch, what time is that show on?
What's that?
What time is that show on?
2 to 7 in the afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're very welcome. But we were looking for what they call a production director. All of a sudden, I'm on the air doing my show. I'm like, hey, Rock 101, it's Scorch, and I'm a cool dude, and I'm a horny guy. And all of a sudden, I see Shelby walk by the studio. I'm like, oh, hot girl with great tuchus. Oh, I wonder if she's going to be working here. Yeah. And I didn't even think, I'm like, I don't care if she has talent. I'm like, I don't care. I just want this. You know what I mean? When somebody looks like that, who cares? All you want is the girl to work there. You don't care if she has talent or not. It just turns out that you had talent, too. So that's my first encounter with you. But you tell us your background, Shelby.
Yeah, I started in radio over 10 years ago. ran into you. Decided
Literally.
right away we were going to be best friends forever. So
Yep.
we are BFFs.
Yep.
And here I
And you've got a family, because I got Jim in the audience. Jim from Pittsfield, Massachusetts, wants to know. You said a little while back you have a family. Tell us about your family.
We have 5 kids, so I'm a little bit busy. We
Wow.
have 5 kids.
You've been busy before you're busy.
I've been pregnant for 16 years straight. It just never ended. So yeah, we have 5 kids. I have nothing that belongs to me anymore. Nothing belongs to me. I have nothing. They have everything. Little dream eaters that they are. But I love them.
Good
so
for
we have
them.
a big family, and it's fun.
Now, Sherry. Wow, we got a lot of people from all over the place. Sherry is here from Manchester, New Hampshire. She wants to know, if you didn't do radio as your background, what would, if there's a field
That's
that
not
you want,
obvious.
if
Look
there's
at
a
me.
field that you want, what
do
would
you
you
think
rather
I'd be
do?
doing?
You know, stripping. Sibby.
Really? He's right.
So yeah,
That's right.
if you weren't in, I'll even change this around. If you
Oh, yeah,
weren't
I-
in the entertainment field, what else would you want to do?
Probably would have gotten into television, but behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Who would've
Because I'm
ever
very
thought,
shy.
You know, yeah, I
I'm
can
very
tell
shy.
that. You know,
I'm a shy girl.
You can definitely see that. The first day when I realized who Shelby was, she walked, because the Rock 101 studio, by the way, Rock 101, everybody, for in case you don't know, that's where I work.
Hey, Scorch, what time is that show on?
Thank you, Sibby. 2 to 7 every Monday through Friday afternoon. Shelby walked by, and at that point she's wearing headphones, which as a radio guy, a chick wearing headphones, lifting up her shirt turns you on like you have no idea.
I didn't lift up my shirt.
Oh, was that not you?
That wasn't me.
Was that the Doctor of Rock?
It probably
Oh, man, see.
He's got some nice cans.
He does it. You know what? He does have some
Really
nice
does.
cans. So you are married? Oh, no, you're not. Oh, are you?
No, I am not.
Oh, really? Would you want to be?
Give me 5 minutes with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple minutes with that. I'm divorced, so I've been divorced for a while.
Yeah,
Divorced. Woo!
That's a lawyer.
So yeah, we're not married. We're just we're happily being.
Okay, Deb, who actually is in here from Derry, New Hampshire, wants to know, are you serious? Do you really like Scorch, or is this just an act for the television
no.
show? What the hell kind of question is that?
Of course I don't.
What kind of question is that?
Why would you think that?
Why doesn't anybody ask me, do you really like Shelby? Do you really think she's a dirty girl? No. If the truth be known, Shelby's my sister, incestuous. And, you know, Shelby is the reason that I have stock in Bounty paper towels. So there you go. So you know what? I'm going to try to do this. If you have a question that you would like to ask either Shelby or anyone on the show, mail it to Scorch at scorchespfgtv.com. The address is right here on the screen. And we'll be doing different segments, and we'll be diving into our psyches and diving into our personalities more. Because we want you to feel like you're part of our families, just like we feel like we're part of your family, you know what I mean? The guys in the crew, they came out and they said, hey man, why don't we go out and tape NASCAR? I'm saying, you sure you want to do that? This is going to be very interesting. So we went out, we did a bunch of things, and we had a fun day with it. Some of it more fun than others. And I'm hoping somewhere in this montage you see our little trip into the Apache helicopter simulator, because you may actually see me. You may watch me go from beautifully golden brown to like ready to vomit, like my couch green, in just a few seconds, because this was our little trip to NASCAR live right now on Scorch's PFG. So now, backstage in NASCAR. By the way, before I do anything else, this is my pal, JR.
What's happening?
JR, you do the afternoon show. Tell us your background, man.
Well, we're friendly competition. I'm on at the same time as Scorch on the Seacoast. I get to rock the beach every afternoon from 3 to 7, so please check out the show, home of the Binger Break and Back Rockwards.
On what station?
WHEB 100.3 out of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, WHEB.com.
I was going to say online, that's very good. And of course,
iHeartRadio.
Of course, good for you. See, that's a special thing inside. Everybody knows that watches the show. We love iHeartRadio. So today, we set it up where JR and I are going to do this AAA tire changing challenge. You already have the advantage because I can't even change a regular tire.
Excellent. I'm going to smoke you today. I have a feeling about that.
Oh, that's cool. I always wanted to hear that, but from a chick. So I'm kind of so I'm kind of disturbed about that. But what's going to happen is basically we go in there and explain what we're going to be doing.
Essentially, we're going to be like the pit crew, and we're going to change a tire. It's going to be a timed event, and we'll see who can do it the fastest. We've got to take off the tire that's on there and put on a new one, just like a pit crew during a NASCAR pit change.
Check us out. We're going to do this challenge right now, and I'm going to be honest about it. You want to put your money on the winner? Put it on JR. Check this out. So tell us, man, explain to me honest, what am I going to be doing?
What you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking the tire off. Once you get the tire off, throw that thing. One of us is going to be there to catch it for you. You're going to take that tire, put it on in place of it. Once you start, you hit your button, hit it again when you're done. And you are going to clean the floor with him.
And I have to actually
take the tires off. Yep, they're on springs, so they're not going to come unattached to the ram.
Do I have to change anything?
The only thing you got to hit, reverse, forward.
Okay. And I need the gloves, or do I not?
You gotta wear the gloves.
Come on.
I apologize.
Ever since the OJ incident, I hate wearing gloves because they fit. You can't quit. Okay.
Both hands on the fender. Once we say go, you hit that yellow button to start. All right, are you guys ready?
February 1973.
Big Boss Man wants to go.
Oh, come on!
Get set, go!
With the 1973. Even Hollywood has work done. Are all the years yours? Are you get like legacy from mom and dad putting out there? These are all yours. So he has a legacy portion. Yeah. All of yours. Sorry.
Oh, you need some help?
Wouldn't be fair.
You got it.
She's got all those years.
You got it off yet?
Two rides, okay?
AAA is changing his tire for him.
And I admit it in front of millions of people with a big smile on my face. You just smoked me.
Enjoy it.
So now we're here inside. This is the stimulated Apache helicopter. And I guess so that's us right there. Okay. And we're going to take this thing, actually hold on to the camera because it flips and it turns. And this is the exact, I guess they say this is exactly what it is going to feel like if you are flying in the Apache helicopter with the United States Army. And here we go, we're almost off the ground. This is what the Apache helicopter, and this, the picture you're looking at, is what we are seeing right now. So this is what you would see if you were in an Apache helicopter. Ain't this something up? Isn't this amazing? Be all that you can be. Oh yeah, hell yeah. So now we're ending up on the island. Being from Hull, Massachusetts, I am now bombing my house in Hull. Perhaps you might want to join the Army. This shows you exactly what you're in for. And it is wild stuff. We are now upside down. Nope, now we're right side up. And if I don't throw up in this, it's gonna be amazing. Now we're upside down. Yeah, there's no doubt we're freaking out. The equilibrium is off. Yeah, there's no doubt. Okay, so vomiting is not a choice here. Love it. So once again, this really does tell you basically how to lose a cell phone in 5 easy lessons, and it tells you really how to fly the Apache helicopter. It's amazing. So normally, see, now we're shooting at stuff. I don't quite know what we're shooting at. The ocean. We're shooting at the water. It's just an amazing thing. I feel like I'm on a ride in an amusement park, and if I don't throw up after this, I'm a little bit better of a person than I thought I originally was. So that's right. That's me shooting at my old bosses. Oh, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. So I think we got it all. Whoa! And now we are parked. And that is our ride on the Apache helicopter, thanks to our trip to NASCAR. Okay, welcome back right, so there you go, our little trip to NASCAR. Now, in a few weeks, we're making another trip to NASCAR, and we're actually going to have some more stuff from inside the track. We're going to be doing a lot more with AAA. As a matter of fact, in the very near future, AAA is going to be a big part of the show, thanks to the AAA Challenge. So that's our trip to NASCAR. I can't believe another show is winding down. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do our next sponsor break. It's our final one of the show. And then we'll come back. We'll do a little bit more with Shinedown, and we'll close things out as we continue. Another fine episode of Scorch's PFG TV. We're coming right back. I want to thank New England Subaru for once again continuing to support Scorch's PFG TV, but I'm pretty sure I know why. Because it works, do you know what I mean? I got to tell you something. Do you realize over 90% of all Subarus sold like within the past gazillion years are still on the road today? Insurance Institute of Highway Safety, some of the top-rated vehicles you'll ever find, and there are a ton of different Subarus for you to choose from. Some with four-wheel drive. A lot of them have all-wheel drive as we head into that season, you know what I mean? So why don't you check out NewEnglandSubaru.com, and you can check out some of the great vehicles, and make sure you tell them that you saw it on Scorch's PFG TV. I also want to thank Chris Redke's American Biomedical Corporation. They are a world leader in the medical laser service and education industry. Get this, they serve over 3,500, mind you, hospitals, surgery centers, and doctor's offices worldwide. And in addition to the medical facilities they support, they also provide engineering support, design services, and consulting services to some of the biggest medical laser manufacturers in the world, like Angiodynamics for one, my pals over at Cynosure for another, Diomed and SOLX. So, I mean, they are a great company that's doing amazing things for the future. American Biomedical Corporation, also supporting research projects in the field of oncology, ophthalmology, and vascular surgery. Really, check out their webpage, AmericanBiomedicalCorp.com, and see how they can help you. You know who else I want to thank for continued support once again over the years, being part of the old show and part of the new Scorch's PFG TV. It's GEC Detective Agency. Check out their webpage, GECDetectiveAgency.com. That is a site, and the thing they do background checks. You know, you're on a blind date and something's like not right. So you say, man, something's wrong with this person. You go to GECDetectiveAgency.com and they find out exactly what the hell's up with that person. 2 online background checks for the price of 1. They specialize in online background checks due to being licensed and bonded since 1994. Plus, they're the only detective agency that specializes in online dating. Not dating services. I mean, you know, they're not going to find you a date. They're going to look into a date that you have. So don't waste any more time. You can call the toll-free number 800-233-7140, or by all means, visit GECDetectiveAgency.com.
you with. Who don't you say the truth?
Back to Scorch's PFG TV. I'm Scorch. That's Shelby. Sibby Hassan's in the house again, too. What is Sibby? You a NASCAR fan?
What you say? No, I don't speak NASCAR. I'm sorry.
Well, there goes NASCAR as a sponsor, so there you go.
Just kidding, just kidding.
Hey, speaking of that, let me just talk about sponsors for a second. Scorch's PFG TV is a show. We like to make it for the people, but the show is really run by the sponsors. I mean, we wouldn't have a show on the air if it wasn't for the sponsors. So we appreciate each and every one of our sponsors that we have. You know what I mean? There's a ton of them. And a couple of things going down. If you would like to jump on the Scorch's PFG TV family, which I'm sure you do, go to scorchespfgtv.com, look for the advertiser link, and it tells you everything you need to know. It tells you the different packages we have. And we have everything from major packages to the smallest little thing, because we know not every company in the world can afford to give us $25,000 a show. Also, bands. Here's the deal with the bands. We have something called the pub crawl. If you're in a band and you want the world, because mind you, Scorch's PFG TV is on in 8 states or 9 states now. We're on in like 10 million homes, plus the internet and all over the world. So if you're in a band, literally for the price of a beer, 1 beer, you can get your band advertised on the pub crawl on Scorch's PFG TV. Tattoo shops, you can get on the Ink Link. Restaurants, you can get on the restaurant roll call. Good looking men, you can get on Shelby. I'm sorry, Shelby. I can just see the lawyer's papers coming. The divorce lawyer that was clapping a while ago also handles other types of cases too. He's like, I can get him for sexual harassment, So anyhow, so there you go. Become part of the show. Trust me, it is going to be, without a doubt, television for the current and for the future. Scorch's PFG TV, and I thank everybody again for being part of it. So. Now, I want to do more with this band Shinedown. We'd go back to that. Shinedown, when you get to be a band that, starts playing out, 30, 40,000 seat arenas as opposed to like little clubs, and they still have the mentality to say, yeah, we're cool with playing clubs too. It's really good because Sibby is from a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band. Sibby is, and I'm not saying this, buttering you up. You're one of the most down-to-earth people I've ever met. You don't.
Hey, what you talking about?
You don't have.
What you talking about, Willis?
That's my real name. Now everybody knows my real name is Willis. My real name is Willis Skorchinski, and people know that now. But the thing is, when people become stars, quote unquote, many of them seem to forget that, I don't want to get too graphic, but you know what? You unzip your fly to go just like I do. For the most part, you use toilet paper just like, I don't know why everything is a bathroom reference, but you know what I mean? You eat, you sleep, you wake up, you go to bed, you live your life just like we do, except your job is entertaining gazillions of people. So there's nothing worse than when people have an attitude, because I can name some musicians right now that will probably never be on the show, but they have terrible attitudes. Sullivan Gosmack. Did that come out of me? Wow.
That was out loud.
Was that loud?
It was out loud.
Have we all had a Sully experience? Is that what it is? But, so the guys from Shinedown, very much not like that. Very down to earth. And we're going to see more with our little trip to the Shinedown concert. Live backstage with the Naked Militia camera on the Scorch's PFG TV. Once again, it's the guys from Shinedown. Brent couldn't be here because he's resting his throat because you're playing tonight in Manchester, New Hampshire. 1 million seats sold in seconds. Hey, tell us something about Shinedown that would really surprise people.
That would really surprise people. We're pretty nerdy. We're nerds. We're not heavy, crazy party. We sit around and read books and stuff. We're absolutely just really laid-back nerds.
What about you? Tell us something about yourself on top of that. What is something that nobody's really knows about Barry?
I used to work as a biologist in the state of Florida, cleaning lakes.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. You're in anthropology. You got a bachelor's degree in anthropology, huh?
Yeah, that's true, and I had some chemistry background as well, so I found a biology job in Jacksonville right before Shinedown started that all I needed was basic chemistry to do the job, and I got a company truck and a boat, and I drive around to lakes and play with gators and snakes and spray for feral weeds. It was actually a really fun job.
I have a chemistry background as well, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. Because,
It's not very legal.
we'll talk after the show, and then maybe we'll have a lot of fun. What about you?
I was a black belt in Taekwondo when I was 11 years old.
Now, is that like riding a bike? Do you lose that? Are you no longer a black belt?
Yeah, no, I'm no longer. But I couldn't remember anything that I did. But when I was younger, I was into sports. I wasn't into music at first. I loved it, but I wasn't into it. And then I played baseball, then I played soccer, and then I got into martial arts and became a black belt in 4 years, especially as junior. So you get it. It took like 3 years, but I got it. And then I got to train for like a prelim for the Junior Olympics. I didn't make it, but I trained for it. I had to run 2 miles at like 11. That was the worst thing I'd ever done in my life.
Did you kick the coach's ass for not letting you on the team since you were a black belt at that point?
I didn't deserve to be on it. I wasn't good enough.
Now, were you one of these kids though because you were a younger kid? Were you like, come on, F with me, I'll kick your ass?
No.
Oh, really?
No, I'm like that now. Because I have big people around me, so it's easier now.
Isn't that the way it goes? So now, what is your WWE connection, man? You do a lot of stuff, a lot of soundtrack stuff for the WWE, WrestleMania and Armageddon, and tell us about that.
Yeah, it started a long time. I think it actually started with Fly from the Inside, going back that far, and really, they grasp onto us because I guess some of the wrestlers at the time really enjoyed our music, and I know John Cena, who's come out to a show, is a big fan of ours, and so they were using that as some intro and walking music, and then the WWE latched onto it, and they've just gone with it, and it's kind of cool to see, and it's a great look for us, and it's an honor to be part of something that's such a big, huge sport and a fun, entertaining thing to watch. Myself, I'm an old school fan. I like the old days, that's what I grew up with, was the original Hulk Hogan days and things like that, so I really enjoy that, and I've kind of lost touch with it on the newer days, but when I watch it, it's always entertaining. I think Zach probably pays more attention than I do.
You know what's interesting about Hulk Hogan having nothing to do with wrestling itself? You see the commercials for Rent-A-Center, and he's there with what's that, Troy Aikman, okay? Now, Hulk Hogan's supposed to be 6'8", 6'9", okay? Troy Aikman, unless he's 7'7", on these commercials, he's this much higher than Hulk Hogan. There's something wrong with that. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, too, but I've met Hulk Hogan. He's not that tall.
Yeah, no.
He's not 6. I mean, he's probably 6'2".
He's 6'1", actually, and then he has the lifts inside of his shoes. Yeah, it's very interesting how Andre the Giant was only 6'7". Yeah, I mean, the Big Show is actually 7'2", so he's legit. But now tell us and them, okay, that you came out with that disc and you had different versions of the disc. You had like 3 or 4 different versions with different things. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that was more of a label thing. We had, anytime Shine goes in to write a record, we probably go in with, I think this last record on Amaryllis, we went in with 33 songs, and then you kind of whittle it down. Same with us and them. And at the time, one, the band couldn't decide what we wanted on the record, and two, the label, the label's job is to sell records, and it's a business, and they were trying new things because people weren't physically going out and buying them anymore. And certain outlets like iTunes will go, oh, we'll give you an exclusive look on our website for your release date, but we want a couple extra songs for us. And then Walmart will go, yeah, we'll give you an end cap, but we want a special song. So then you get their version, and that's just how it works. It's business.
I read a story the other day about a chick that super glued herself to a toilet at a Walmart. You know what I mean? Now, are you from Jacksonville area as well?
No, Memphis, Tennessee. Me and Brent are from Tennessee, Barry, Jacksonville, Eric, South Carolina.
So I was offered a job at WFYV, Rock 105 in Jacksonville a long time ago, and WMFS in Memphis. The radio thing, it's just one of those funny things that we talk to bands, and it's like, yeah, I was once offered a job there. It's kind of like I think that I can't sit still enough that I just want to travel to wherever the best gig is. What have you found a special spot that you guys love to play? Do you have a city, like for instance, that you love to go back to play?
I love Detroit, and I love Kansas City. In the States, yeah. Those are my 2 favorites.
What about you?
I'll agree with the Kansas City and Detroit. They're both amazing for us, but I'd also add in for myself just New Orleans because I have such an affinity for that city. I love that city, so for me it's a good time. I think the places any place somebody shows up, it's a great time. You're going to have a great time. I think the places that are harder for each one of us to play are our hometowns because everybody comes out. And so your day is just super taxing. All you want to do is put on the best show you can for the fans, but your mind is somewhere else. So those are the tough days. He hates going to Memphis. I hate going back to Jacksonville. Brent hates going back to Knoxville, Tennessee, just because it's so taxing. And it's a great thing. You want to see your family and you want them to be proud of you, but at the same time, your day is just like, whoa. All right, let's get to the next city. Let's go.
Do you guys get like texts and emails and crap? Hey man, give me tickets, man. I want people that you haven't talked to in years. Hey Zach, it's been since 1980, but how's it going?
Me and Brent always have a joke because I literally had someone from elementary school who used to beat the shit out of me email me on Facebook for tickets one time. And it was like, hey, you remember me from Elmore? I went to Elmore Park. I went to Elmore Park Elementary School. And it was, hey, do you remember me from Elmore Park Elementary? Can me and like 6 of my friends, I swear that's what the email said. It was hilarious.
Now the question is, were you cool? Did you give him tickets?
Absolutely not.
Good for you. See, that, my friends, is the American way. Don't be a D-head your whole life, a D-bag, and it'll pay off in the long run, It's Barry and it's Zach, the guys from Shinedown. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. So much appreciated. And it's Shinedown. Check them out at an arena near you, or what's your website?
Shinedown.com. Couldn't get any easier.
Pretty simple. Shinedown. And we'll be back with more on Scorch's PFG TV. Yeah, So anyway, that wraps up another show. I cannot believe that. Holy smokes. Trip to NASCAR, the What's Your Beef thing. You know what? I got to thank a lot of people for this show. Today, as we wrap things up, I want to thank T-Roy for What's Your Beef and Shelley, Reverend Shelley. I want to thank this time our house band, Grassroots. And because I missed the last time, we'll do it twice. Our house band,